Okay, guys, can we complete our session? Yesterday session. Okay. For refresh, just for refresh, we already already covered these points: organization structure, department hierarchy, and job title and positions. Then create new worker or employee. We covered the worker summary, address and contact information, basic personal information and payroll profile, and the financial dimension. Then we already create a contract and allowances and notice period for each contract also. The last point from yesterday agenda is GUSI configuration. Let's go for the excuse me, can you open for me the configuration? Yeah, I have it, okay. But it should give me password, username, password.
For Apex?
Yeah, Apex user.
We can use savings and close.
Yeah, let's share. From here.
Okay, sense.
Again, we need to fill this one. This one. Need to add double.
Anyone open AX, please close it and focus with me, or leave it and focus with me, please. After we configure I create the employee and create the contract and allowances, I have to go for the GUSI screen now to add the employee in the GUSI screen, so system will generate the GUSI amounts for each month related to this employee. We have three types of GUSI, or three cases of GUSI. The first one, this employee is still not adding adding in the GUSI website, so no need to do anything. Still not in the GUSI website, so we don't add him in the GUSI screen. The second case, this employee already added in the GUSI website, but as per his basic salary and housing as per the contract. So just we will add employee. How to add employee? Under periodic we have social insurance salaries and employee GUSI. Then I will click on add employee. It will show me all of the active employee. Control G to search about this employee. I think it's the last one, Muhammad Ahmed. Yes, I will check it. I will check and okay. System will give me one notification that one employee already added. So if I refresh now, I will find the details of this employee. Yes, this one. What is the details of this employee? His number, name, sponsor ID, pay group ID, pay group start date and end date. This is the current month, nationality, GUSI number, and GUSI salary as per what? As per his contract. GUSI salary as per his contract. Basic plus housing. Then the percentage company will pay it, and the percentage that employee will pay it. Then the 2% for the company also will pay it. For the Saudi, you will find amounts here and here. For non-Saudi, you will not find amount here or here, just the 2% for the Saudi, for the non-Saudi. The total, this field, it will calculate this amount plus this. Okay. This is the second case. The third case, this employee already added in the GOSI website, but and different salary. Less than or more than his contract basic salary or amounts package. So I can come here and change the amount to be 20. For example, it will update it automatically here.
As well as the in contract.
Yeah. Now it's different. This salary is different than his contract, but it equals the GOSI amount in the website. So system will calculate as per this amount, 12% for the Saudi and 2% for the non-Saudi, and will deduct from this employee 10% from the Saudi and 0 from non-Saudi, as per this amount. Okay, from where I get this amount, that's the amount already added in the GOSI website. Okay. Next point, I will complete the remaining information for the employee. Now I already create the employee, create the contract, add him in the GOSI. Then I have to fill the document information like Iqama, passport, drive license, whatever, for him and his relatives also. So the first point to create it is to create his dependents, relatives, son, daughter, wife, whatever. Just click on the screen, then click new, go to general and fill this data. Relation type will open for you the relation type for it can be available in the system, and you can add more than this. I will check, for example, the son. Yeah, you have to focus in this point also. Serial number. This serial number, I will use it for another screens. But this serial number 1 related to the employee. So each employee have his own serial. Like me, if I'm an employee in Seder, I have my own serial. Number 1 is my wife, number 2 is my son, number 3 is my daughter. This guy have his own serial number also, 1, 2, 3. That means if I select the employee number and the serial, dependent serial number 1, that means I mean his wife, for example, or the first one of his relative. So I'm put the serial number 1. This is automatically will come. This is my son, his name. In Arabic, I can also put the Arabic. The birth date, I can put birth date also. It will convert it to Hijri. Profession ID, it should be none. Nationality, I can write directly or select, and gender, male or female. Then Control S. After Control S, this bottom will appear for me. If I click on it, now I can create the document for this relative. See, this is the employee number, and this is the name. Okay, but this is the relative serial number 1, and this is relative name. Okay, serial number 1. This means this is the first document for this relative. I can put more than one for the same relative. So I will select the document type ID from here. For example, a comma, and put the number here. Issue country, I can select from here the country. And issue city, it can be also add more than one. Right click, view details, and add. And the date, even in Gregorian or Hijri. I can put in Hijri directly, then it will convert it here. During 2 months, 12 months, then it will convert it here. Also, I can put any note. Control S, I can attach anything, a copy of this document from here. Just click in attachment, then add new file. Again, new file. Then I can attach any file. What's the file I can attach it? Any file except the zip file. Okay. For example, I will take this one, and I can put description and the note also. Any note here. If I go for overview, I will find this record, but in another table, just a table. New, I can find the serial number 2 for the same. This is the relative. Okay. Where's the document? Yeah, this is a document. Yeah, this is a document for this relative, so I can add another one for the same relative, or I can add also another relative and add the document for him, and so on. Okay. Next point, to add the document for the employee himself. The same way. New and general. If you check this point, relative serial number is 0. What's the meaning of 0? 0 means this is the employee himself. 1 means the first dependent. Yeah. So I will select the document type ID from here, national ID or passport. Let's select passport. Passport number, then issue country. For sure it should be from the nationality also. Then I can put the date, issue date from 2. Here the period per month. Okay, so it converted directly to Hijri. Note, I can add note, then I can attach also. The point next is the medical insurance. Fill the medical insurance, create new, the same way. Here I have to put the card number, business medical insurance card number. I have to put the number here. Then select the company number, الأهلية, line number. This is the policy number, or find the policy number here. Then the level, class, the amount company paid, the company amount, the insurance amount. If the employee upgrade his his medical for his own or from his pocket, he can put the amount he was paid from him. For example, he pay 1,000 from here. Start from this date can edit, but this date cannot edit. Why this one can edit? Because we can add the employee in the middle of the policy, right? So it can be by default. It will come for you the first day in the policy. Sorry. Then we can go for the dependents to add the dependents medical insurance. For sure you will find all of the dependents here, but for this employee I don't add the dependents. So once you select it, just put the insurance number and the amount, level, and from to, it will come automatically from his father information. Okay. Can you test this please? Create the GOSI for your employee, create dependents and document for the employee and the relatives, and medical insurance for the employee and the relatives. Now all of you now already finished dependents, document, medical, and GOSI, right? Next point, visa details. To fill the visa here, I can fill all of the visa details, even entry visa, the first one, or re-entry visa, exit re-entry visa. It may be every year or every 2 years as per the contract, or final exit, whatever. All of them I can enter it here. Just new, then go to general. I have to select the sponsor ID before. Okay, then visa number. Passport number will come automatically. Visa type.
Shit.
Look here. What's yours? Come there. For example, I will enter now exit re-entry. Here I will find some data. I can fill it or keep it blank because this is optional. So I can put here entry data, entry number, issue date and issue date in Hijri, end date and end date in Hijri, how many days for this visa, issue place and entry port, and profession ID of this visa. If it entry, the first one should have a profession ID, right? Then I can link it with the vacation transaction. If it exit re-entry, I can link it with the vacation transaction. Just select the transaction if I have. Okay. Also, after this, I can select save and attach. I can attach also from here. Next point.
ده بالنسبه
للفيزا.
في حاله الطلوب موظف ولا فيزا اللي هو
معلومات الفيزا اللي بتدخلها عامة طلبت ودخلت خلصت. This is for visa. خروج وعودة، اللي هي خروج وعودة والحاجات دي. الفيزا يا جماعة بتاعة دخول السعودية أو ري انتري فيزا اللي هي الخروج والعودة بتاعة ري انتري فيزا أو الفاينل اكزيت فيزا بدخل معلوماتها في السيستم. It's clear guys? Okay. Next point is a bank details. Here I can add more than one bank account for the employee, but I have to activate only one. I can put here 10, 20, whatever, it's unlimited, but you have to activate only one. Because that one you activate it, the salary will transfer on it. Okay? So just new, go to general, then select the payment method. If I select from here, guys, please focus here. Cash or check, that means there is no anything remaining we should do. If I select cash only, خلاص done, nothing. No need to fill the remaining. If I select check, the same. If I select the transfer, I have to fill the remaining. So I will take this transfer. I have to select from him the bank ID. I will find the list of bank IDs. Account number or IBAN, whatever, any one of them I can add it. Now I already finished the mandatory. The remaining is not mandatory. Bank the expiry date and ATM expiry date, I can fill it. Then activate it. If I activate now, I will find this checkbox appeared. I can check it now. What is the meaning of this? If the company have a deal with the bank to give the employee a loans, so who's the company? It should be the gender to transfer all of the salaries or end of service to this account. So if I check this one, Guyal, open. Yes, Guyal. Yes, Guyal, how are you? No. Yes. Starting at 11:30 we started. Yeah. The guys requested the break to be 1:30. Okay, I will take the break at 1:30. Okay, man. Thanks. Welcome. See, guys. That means if the company have an agreement with the bank to give the employee loan, and this employee already get a loan, I have to check this bank loan, then Control S. After I Control S, I cannot remove it again. Why? Because it required a workflow. What's the meaning of this? Does this mean? That someone have to approve to remove this check from the employee again.
Must be issued rejected.
Yeah. So that means if it approved means this employee already clear his loan, right? So just the check is available, but the uncheck is not available. You have to go for the workflow. Okay, now it's ready to clear. If I submit, that means the workflow, bank loan workflow status pending for approval. After some time, it will approved. 1 minute. So workflow take 1 minute. Okay, now. So also I can add another accounts for another bank or whatever in the same bank. Also I can add, but one of them should be active. Okay. So once it's approved, this check it should removed automatically. Can you test this, please? Visa and bank details.
But if there's no agreement,
Sorry?
if there's no agreement,
خلاص, don't do it.
how can we submit?
This one.
Which one?
823.
See, guys, what's the reflect back after the approval? This is a check already removed automatically, and now it open to edit again. Okay, this is the result. Next, now suppose any employee have a custody or equipment, loan equipment like laptop or whatever. I have to fill it in system. We have two ways to handle this point. The first way to handle it through fixed asset finance. Finance can loan the fixed asset for the employee. The second one to handle it through our HR and payroll. but will not handle the fixed asset. Will handle the other thing not in fixed asset, like company stamp, company paper, some keys, some any important things you need to track it with the employee. So I will go for the employee. Workers, then select our employee. Then go for personal information, then loaned equipment. Loaned equipment, it will open for me on a screen. Click new, then select the item. Here I already bought company stamp. You can right click here, view details, then fill whatever you need. Once you fill it, you can, by default, it will give you the loan date to date. You can change it. Okay, if there are planned return date, you can put it. If there are actual return date, you can put it here. You cannot loan the same item for two employees. You cannot loan, please focus on me, please. You cannot loan the same item for the two employees. This is not logic. How I can give this laptop for me and this guy? How come? It's only one. So I can loan for this item for the employee, for another employee, if I bought actual return date. After this actual return date, I can loan it for another one. Okay? This the last point in the master data.
Payroll.
Now I will go to payroll transaction. The first point in the payroll transaction to fill overtime transaction. I will go to overtime transaction, then create new, go to general. Here I can select our employee number. And this one, his name, it will come automatically. This is the open period, the current open period, and this is the today date. It will come automatically. I can change it also, the overtime transaction date. We have a couple of overtime types: normal day, holiday, off day, and so on. Already configured system in normal or holiday and off day. If I select normal, under normal I have another types. I can add under normal many types in the on it. I have two normal ID. One, the hour equal 1.5, and the other one, the hour equal one only. If I select this one, then the factor will come to me here. Then I can add days or hours. I will put hours, 10 hours. This 10 hours, it will give me this amount automatically as per the basic salary. Multiply it. So this amount or this hours, I can add it. This hours, I can increase the employee vacation days by these hours, or paid with salary in March, or paid separately immediately now. So I have three ways to pay the overtime. Include this hours to the vacation days, or pay it with the salary, and you can select the month, which month you will pay with it. The third point is separated. I can pay it separately now. So I will keep it salary, and it will be paid with the March salary. Here, this is the status of the transaction. Still not paid, still draft, still not submitted. Control S to submit the transaction. Also, I can put any note here if I need any note. Once I post it to finance, voucher number and line number and journal ID, it will come automatically reflect back. Okay, as a reference for me. Also, I can use export template and import template. If I export template, I can export an Excel sheet fill all the data, the overtime transaction for all of employee, then upload it one time. Overtime, then select the path. It will be in here. Save. Okay. It will export to me now the template. This is now is active. So I will open my template and fill it now. This OT. I will fill for the one employee only, just for your information. Here the employee number, I should fill the employee number, and the format, it should be text for the employee number. Format for the employee number, it should be text. I will put the number, employee number, overtime ID, the same ID from here, in RD. Overtime date. Sorry, this is the overtime date. Days, I will not put overtime days. Hours, I will put 10 hours. Paid with salary. Will paid with the month of March. Status, I can upload guys, I can upload all of the overtime transaction as approved, no need to go for the workflow again, or I can upload it as a draft and not submitted to run the workflow, or I can upload it also as a submitted, just you submit it, then the manager have to approve it only. So I will upload it now as a active and approved. And if you need to put any note, then Control S and close it, close the sheet. Import data, select the type, overtime, then select the sheet. Okay, now it's done. I can search, refresh now. I will find 2 transactions for the same employee. This is the first one, I already done it before, and this is the one I already done it now. 10 hours. Yes. Okay. The same way we can do the absent hours. Please focus with me, guys. Please. Absence. It's similar to overtime screen also. New, then go to general, then select the employee number. Then we have a couple of types here. We have legal absence, illegal absence, and late. Legal absence means this employee already excused and will deduct only 1 day from him. Illegal means this employee not excused and will deduct 2 days from him. 1 day is absent, another day is penalty. Late means hours. Okay. Here the transaction ID. This here the effect date. This effect date, that means this transaction will affect March salary. Here I can put days. How many days? Absence, how many hours, how many minutes. So it comes here 1 day, 2 hours, 30 minutes, and each one of them have his effect amount here. If I change this one to be illegal, I will find here the another day and 2 hours and whatever. Okay. Here I can put any note. If I came here, I'll find the total, and this is the status. Control S, and then submit. And also I can export template and import the template again. Also I can attach it. Also I can export all of this transaction in Excel sheet.
Mr. Williams, please you tell these attachments in this.
In each.
What is the work of attachment?
What is the work?
Yes, with payroll.
Any attachment.
What things we can attach?
Anything, but you have to select the record before. Okay?
Except zip file, right?
Yeah, except zip file. And I can export it to Excel. It will export the transaction for me in Excel sheet. Okay? Now you have to test this loaned equipment and overtime and late, then we'll take a break. We'll test before take a break, guys. We will test before go break.
I had one doubt.
Okay, next point is earning and deduction transactions. To create new earning and deduction transaction, we can find it also under journals, earning and deduction transaction. It's similar to the overtime and absence also. Create new one. Then go to general. Here I can select the employee number or write it directly. From here I can select is it earning or deduction. If it earning, it will open for me this list. If it deduction, it will open for me another list. Okay. Each one of them, it can have a method or fixed amount. Method means, for example, bonus. I already link the bonus with the basic salary. That means I can put amount 500 or percentage 10% or days 5 days, and if you check this point, this amount total, it will increase. If I remove 5 days, it will be 0 down. Okay, if I remove this 10%, it will be 0. It will be only 500. But there are other transactions not related to method. Method, I already linked the bonus by one basic salary. So once I bought 10%, that means 10% of the basic salary. 2 days, that means 2 days from basic salary. So this is the bonus. But for the education allowances, for example, I don't put method here. So system will not allow you to select or put percentage or days, just amount. If I put 10% here, there is no calculation method. Okay? So by this way I can enter the earning or deduction. Here I have to select the month will start affecting, or if it earning adding this amount every month for this month, or if a deduction, which a month will deduct the amount. I can add from to, that means I can add 500 bonus will start from March and ended in July. Okay, every month it will come in salary. So here also I can write a comment here. Is paid. If it paid, it will check automatically. This is the status of the transaction. Control S to submit. Also I can use export template and import template. Also I can attach for this transaction, specific transaction, or I can export all of the transaction here in Excel sheet. Okay. This is the earning and deduction transaction. Next point is the loan transaction. Also the same way, we can find the loan transaction from here. Create new, go to general, then select the employee number. Okay, then select the loan type. You have a couple of loan type here: cash, personal, car, salary advance, business trip advance, prepaid allowance like housing or transportation, medical insurance, and others. I will use this personal, and there is no profile for this employee. Yes, there is no personal. Yeah. So we have to check one of them. Yeah, salary advance. Because why there is no personal? Because your company, once requested, we take the gathering, they don't request for this personal and only request for salary advance and whatever. We can build the remaining, but he don't need it. Okay, so I will select only salary advance. Then I can select from here the loan date. I will keep it the same. What's the amount? For example, this employee will take 5,000. It will deduct it in 4 or 5 monthly deducted will be 500. Then that means it will deduct it in 10 times. If I put here 5 times, that means this amount will change it to 1,000. Here I can find later, once I come back to this loan, I can find here I can check the remaining amount and the deducted amount. System will give you if this employee have a loan before, the balance of his loan previous. Still this loan not paid and still not closed, not finished. And this is a status. Control S to submit. But for your information, this loan will not deduct from salary till paid. Still not paid. Once we pay it will deduct from salary. Will affect in April salary. We can change this also before submit. I can adjust on it later after we deduct sometimes. We need to adjust on it. I can adjust from here. Put the amount 500. It will change it here. Then okay. Okay. I will cancel this one. Also, I can stop the loan for some periods, specific period. From here, stop loan, I can select from to. I will stop it from April till May, for example. From 1 April till the end of May. Okay, then Control S. Yeah, I have to fill the reason. Yeah, we have a reason why you need to stop it. You can right click, then list your reason here. Then Control S. If it submit, it will stop the loan. Okay. Let me delete this one. After we deduct the loan, deduct some of loans, the details it will come here. Each amount by each transaction, one by one, and deduct from which month, and if the employee returns some amount cash, it will show me here. If it returns some cash, whatever. Okay, how I can pay? This will take it tomorrow, inshallah, once we finish this the all salary, and how to pay salary, how to pay loan, how to pay vacation, how to pay in the service. We'll do it at the end. Okay. This is the loan. Okay. Before testing, I will show you also the business trip management. On business trip, we have two ways. The first way to create new loan. Create a new loan called business trip advance. Then we can clear it in expenses. Okay? Or directly clear the expenses without giving him employee loan. Is your policy to give them employee advance before his travel or not? You don't focus.
Mostly before they travel.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah, because they need the allowance for transportation and for.
Mostly what? Sorry?
Mostly we are giving in advance.
Yeah.
Because they need for their transportation and.
Yeah. So I will create new one, but this is after the employee back from business trip. If the employee request for advance, you have to go to loan and create new loan called business trip advance. Like I've done it now. We have type called business loans, business trip advance. If I create new now, here I can find this type here, business trip advance. Okay. Once you go to test, you can test this transaction. So the last thing is a business trip claim. So I will go for details, then select the employee number, transaction date. If the employee take before advance before it will came here. You have to select the transaction and what the advance you need to clear it with your claim. Maybe he take 5,000, but you need to clear only 1,000. You have to put the amount here. Okay. Then go down and destination, create new. In new we have two types, internal or external. Under internal or external, you have another IDs. You can fill whatever you need. Dammam, Jeddah, whatever, any internal you can put. And each one of them you can put a policy for it. I put one as example for you. This one will create for you from two city. You can select it also from the master. Then this destination entitled to accommodation. So we will give him accommodation hotel. Also this entitled to ticket. So we'll give him a ticket economy class. We can put the number here, ticket number, any ticket information we can put it also. The per day for this trip, for this destination 150. How many days he going from this date to this date? I have to fill start to end. For example, today is the end and started before 3 days. So number of days, how many? 4. So here the per diem will be 600. Okay. Then I will come here for the allowances, hotel, taxi and ticket. The hotel it already paid by company. For example, just all of this is just example, 350, and the company already paid. Taxi 100, and the employee already paid. The employee who's paid by company or employee. The last point is the ticket. For example, he already traveled to Jeddah and the company paid. We can put any reference here. Okay. Then I will back to the total here. I'll file the details here. Total allowances by company. Total allowances by employee 100 only. Total allowances, the per diem the total amount of the business trip. What's yours or suggestion now? Paid with salary or paid separate? Separate. Then submit. If it approved, then finance can pay it now. Pay, this is not a payroll issue, not payroll suggestion. This is the finance. A part of payroll, there are something called pay voucher, pay loan, pay business trip, pay vacation, pay salary, pay end of service, pay loan, expenses. All of this will handle from finance. This is the business trip. I can attach any document also. Also, I can generate, export all of this in Excel sheet. Also, I can put any tasks if I have a list of tasks for each travel or each trip. I can select it here. What is the tasks he can do it? New tasks ID. I can right click, view details, and put the tasks here. For example, and select the task ID and description in English and Arabic. Put any description I need here in English or Arabic, and it's completed or not, and so on. Just for information. Okay, to track what is done in this trip. This is the business trip. Now I need from your end to test the earning and deduction, loan, and business trip.
Mr. Yunis,
Yes.
I have a question. If you already informed them that once they submitted, they cannot change it.
Yeah.
They,
He can change it. He can cancel the transaction and can change it again. But if it's going for the approval and the manager approved, the first manager approved, he cannot do anything.
No, suppose we take a business advance and business trip is cancelled, then we can change or no?
Yeah, see, if the business trip cancelled,
Yeah.
once I create the loan, business trip advance,
Yes.
I bought the date which will deduct it on it, the amount will deduct it from salary, even the,
This one separate, no?
I will create it for you. See, loan, I will create transaction, new loan for the same employee. I will select here, business trip advance. The amount will be 1,000. It will deduct one time from every salary if the employee not cleared. If the employee cleared before generate the salaries of April, it will not deduct it from him. If it not cleared, it will deduct it from April. Got it? I can change it to May, for example. So I have limit now. I have this employee have to clear his loan, business trip advance, before generate May salary. If the employee not clear it, that means it will deduct it from his May salary. Got it?
Okay. It means we deduct from salary, not
Yeah.
separate.
Yes. If he clear it with the claim and the business trip expense, that means no issue. He already clear it. If he have something more or something less, he have to return it back or deduct it from his salary. Okay?
For that part, can you show us, for example, the business trip is scheduled today, April 10th, and it was cancelled tomorrow. He took the money 1,000, and it was scheduled to be deducted on April 30, right? But the day after tomorrow, he returned the 1,000 to you. How can we clear it in the system?
Yeah, this also return it back.
Yeah.
We have something called payment voucher. We have a topic like called return the loan back.
Okay.
We will talk about this payment and repayment tomorrow, inshallah. I can show you, just show you now. Settlement voucher. If I create new now, I will find a couple of transactions. I can pay it from system. Monthly salary, overtime, business trip, vacation salary, pay loan, pay repayment and refund back, okay, ticket and cash and vacation encashment, end of service business trip advance and earning induction and prepaid allowance. All of this I can pay from payroll. Okay, can we test this three transaction? We start by earning induction transaction, please.
I